friends, it's your girl Savvy back with you for another edition of Savvy's Second Act Beauty, where I, Savvy, talk about everything having to do with pro-aging and just looking and feeling as best as we can in our second act of life, anyone over the age of 45 or 50. Today's video is going to be really directed at the gals, but I know there's a lot of metrosexual guys out there that wear a little makeup to enhance their handsome features, and that's okay too. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you liked today's video. For those of you returning, hang on. This is going to be a good one. It is a non-sponsored video for a makeup haul that I did just a few days ago because a lot of my makeup, not all of it, but some of it is at the 3 to 6 month mark where it needs to be thrown away because, you know, makeup, once it's been opened especially, will collect bacteria, which is never good news on the face, you know, near your eyes and so forth, bad bacteria. So a lot of my makeup had to be replaced, and because inflation is what it is, I probably could have spent a little more and gotten, you know, some Lancome, MAC, Lorac, you know, makeup, but I decided to save a little money and go with a trusted name that I really like. Really good products from E.L.F, or Eyes, Lips, Face, or some people call it E.L.F. Really like a lot of these products. Some of them are very comparable to more expensive items, you know, in the same, you know, like their eyebrow pencil with the brush is very comparable to a more expensive brand that I've used. I just bought their mascara for the first time. This is the Big Mood Mega Volume and Lifting Mascara. I am really liking this mascara. Usually I like either Stila or Lancome Show. Both of those can be anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on, you know, sales and things like that. I've always liked the E.L.F primer. They have all these different ones. Their primers are always top notch, as good as any other department store primer. And now this is the first time I'm trying this. This is their concealer. This one is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. Now, a lot of people have told me this is comparable to Tarte Tape, which I have bought in the past. I'm not big on concealer. I don't use a lot of concealer, but when I do, I like a good one. And I have been liking the Maybelline with the little spongy on the end, but that finally, you know, hit its like expiration date as far as my makeup drawer is concerned. I also don't like the sponge on the end of that. It gets really yucky after a while. And I was using also a Maybelline foundation, which I liked at first a lot. But then as it got, you know, towards the end of the tube, because it came in a tube, I found that it was kind of dry going on. So I probably won't be repurchasing that. But I'm trying the E.L.F BB cream with an SPF of 20, which spring, summer, I need an SPF. Absolutely. In the wintertime, I don't mind wearing a moisturizer with an SPF first and then applying my either Lancome tube, Lancome stick base that doesn't have, they used to have it with SPF. They changed the formula. It has no SPF now, or like a Maybelline one. But I am really excited about this today, trying this E.L.F BB cream with the 20 SPF in it. And I've got another couple of things. I've got a liner lip pencil. I've got lip gloss, and I've got a eyeliner crayon, like a stick, that I'm going to be using today. So as you can see right now, I have zero makeup on other than some lip balm, which I can take off right now. But I have no other kind of makeup on. So I am going to do a full tutorial of my summer, spring, get my hair out of my face. Didn't straighten my hair today. You guys seeing my natural wavy locks. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a makeup tutorial today. Now I do hold a beauty school license. Went to beauty school years ago to become a manicurist and a makeup artist and esthetician. I have said for a long time, I have worked on film and television shows as a makeup artist. I am great when putting makeup on other people. When putting makeup on myself, I am not the best. I think you're either one or the other. There's some people that are great at both. I'm one of those that on myself, not as good as when I'm applying it to others. So forgive me if I don't do the best job applying makeup on camera today, but I'm gonna give it my all here. So the first thing, I have an E.L.F sponge. Now I just called it E.L.F. who am I? E.L.F sponge, and I'm going to, first thing I'm going to do is apply the Poreless face primer called Prime on the Go. Now, one thing I can say about the E.L.F primer is that it really makes your skin feel very velvety and smooth. Now, I'm going to apply it with a damp sponge here. Now, you can apply it with your fingers or a brush, you know, you do you. I've used brushes to apply both primer and foundation and concealer and stuff. But I just always find with the brushes that sometimes it's a little streaky with a brush. And by the way, E.L.F brushes are some of the best brushes on the market. I have loved E.L.F for their brushes for a long time. Everything with E.L.F is very inexpensive. You're talking under $10, under $15, under $5, depends on the item, but really inexpensive, but yet very high quality, I think, from this company. And their primer, and I don't always use primer. Now in the summer, I tend to use primer more because I get sweaty or, you know, my skin gets a little bit more oily. That's why I use a primer. But I'm not big on primers in the winter and fall months when it's a little colder. I don't generally really need them. And I might use like my line filler from Beverly Hills MD as a primer, something like that, or my lifting, it's from Serious Skincare. I can't remember what it's called right now. It's like Botox in a tube. Anyway, that sometimes works as a good primer. But in the summertime, I really do like to use an actual primer. So this is the one from E.L.F. So next, I'm going to apply the BB cream. Now, the BB cream, because I think it's a little thicker, I'm just going to put this on with my fingers. And my fingers are clean. The reason I'm not doing it with a sponge is because I don't want like a massive amount of thick vinyl looking coverage. I'm not a Real Housewife of New Jersey where I need to paint this on. Sorry if I'm, being disrespectful to them. Any of the Real Housewives, I think they all wear way too much makeup. And of course, they're on TV with, 3, 4 cameras and really hot lights. It's a big difference. But when you see them in person and they're wearing so much makeup, it's off-putting. And to me, it can't be good on your pores. As we get older, our pores sometimes can become enlarged. And the last thing you want to do is enlarge your pores even more by putting on a lot of foundation. And if you don't have hyperpigmentation or, super uneven skin or a lot of blotches to cover, you shouldn't need a lot of foundation because, truth be told, it tends to make women look older. I think it tends to settle in the lines and make women look older. Yes, I do take it down my neck, especially with the SPF in it. Do a little bit on my lids, even though I have the primer up there too. I think it's a good way to act as a primer. Okay, so I think that is a nice BB coverage. I'm not even sure I'm going to need the concealer, to be honest. It really looks like a nice, dewy. I did a little peel the other day and I have a little bit of a red blotch, so I'm going to use some concealer on that. Little on my eyes, little on my marionette lines, little on my brows here, the end of my brows. And again, I'm going to use my fingers. You can use a brush, a sponge applicator, a silicone applicator. My fingers are clean, and I think the heat from your fingers really helps blend the concealer, helps it seep in to the skin and just makes it look a little more natural and smooth. I've got a very bright light in front of me, as you can see, kind of using that like a makeup light. Okay. So I think the concealer and the BB cream, again, I think this is very comparable to any department store brand I have ever used. I'm going to just finish up on the neck. Give myself as much SPF coverage as possible. All right, so the next item up is actually, I really consider this more of a contour than a bronzer. Now, I love my Beauty Counter tan colored bronzer. I think it's called Surf, if I'm not mistaken. That is truly a tan bronzer. This is more of, I would say, a dark tan, almost light brown contour. And contours, of course, to contour your features, to highlight the opposite, you know, like it doing down here, it's to highlight your cheekbones if you're doing like the hollows of your cheek. So because this is a contour, I've heard really good things about this, but I'm going to go really light with this because I just don't want to come out looking too dark, or I don't think it's very orange. I did a little hand test. It's not orange, but I'm just going to go really light with this. I am not going to do a heavy amount. And I do my hairline, learned that from Kim Kardashian, and don't worry, I'm going to blend in just a second with my fingers. So yeah, it's pretty dark. I don't usually do, but I don't dislike the color. It's almost like a russet, but without being orange. I'm going to do, I don't do much eye makeup as far as shadows and stuff. I'm not an eyeshadow girl unless I've got a really big event or I'm on camera for some other reason. Like, you know, I might do a nice natural eyeshadow, but I'm not a huge eyeshadow gal. So, all right, so I'm going to do a little contour on my nose with this. Oh, that is dark though. All right, so we're gonna break some of this up and use it as an eyeshadow, like a contour eyeshadow. Get some of that off, put some on the other side. I have that long Roman nose. Okay, I'm going to clean some of that up. That's a little much. Okay, even that up. All right, and even that's a little much. There. All right, but again, I'm not hating this, and boy, I'll tell you, it goes on really smooth, no blotchiness at all. Again, very velvety. Okay, so not bad. I don't hate the color. I think it's a nice sunny glow, maybe a little darker than I normally would do, but I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do the brows now. I don't have to do a lot on my brows. I was blessed with good brows. Let me just clean those. I'm just going to wipe them clean because they have a little bit of makeup on them. Okay. And I like the color. This is just dark brown. This is just dark brown. It's E.L.F. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I'm going to actually go grab my mirror here, just because it's a little hard to do it in the camera. I like this color because it really almost matches exactly with my brow color, just, you know, dark brown. And I must say, I'll link everything below, you know, the color, what the actual makeup item is. Like with the BB cream, the foundation with the SPF of 20, I must say, like even that, it really matches my skin tone. And I love that. The color is buff, and I mean, it's not too light, it's not too dark. Yeah, this is nice. I'm just going over it with the brush, little tiny strokes, and then brush my brows. Just going to dab a little bit of concealer to get rid of some of that contour. That is just too much. I like to highlight my brow bone because, as you guys know, if you see my channel before, my brow bone, especially on the tail ends here, is sagging, and I use my new face and I'm trying to pick it up, and it helps. The new face helps. I might be getting a Nira laser handheld thing to see if that works on my brow bone, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. I just emailed the company, so if they say that their product is made for that, I may actually buy one. Okay, next up, I'm going to do the eyes and lips. Now, I have a small lip liner, and it was a lot bigger, and I ended up breaking it. And it's my fault. I just completely broke it, this E.L.F. And I had to wind it down so far to find the rest of it that it's really small, but they come, it's really about the same size as the eye pencil. Just, I've had it, this isn't something I bought the other day. I bought this a couple months ago, and I really shaved it down. And it's Sparkling Rose is the gloss color. This is the pencil. Can't even read the name, but I'll look it up and I'll post it below. And this is the Sparkling Rose lip gloss. And boy, I love a good gloss. And E.L.F, this feels so beautiful on. Very luxurious and moisturizing. And it's the E.L.F Lip Plumping Gloss in Sparkling Rose. Okay, lastly, I'm going to do the eyes. And again, this is my spring summer face. I don't wear a ton of makeup. I kind of wear like a little bit of everything in the summer, except for eyeshadow. And I don't really wear blush, but I wear that contour or, you know, some kind of bronzer. Okay, so we're going to use the Mood Lash Lifting and Plumping Big Mood, it's called, mascara. And it's in the darkest shade of black. Here's my Shea Umura eyelash curler. Now, one thing, if you get a waterproof mascara, they tend to hold the curl or the lift in a lash much better than a non-waterproof mascara. But I don't like waterproof mascaras unless I know I'm going to be swimming and diving and that kind of thing, because I just think they're too hard to get off. This is a great mascara. You only really need one coat. One coat makes your eyelashes very plump and very long. Oh yeah, this is very, and this was like, seriously guys, this was like $5.95. So I'm sure that might, you know, vary, you know, store to store, area to area, but I really just discovered this, and this is going to be a go-to of mine forever at this point. Okay, so looks good. Now, I am one of those people that when I put liner on, it tends to drip, and I look like Courtney Love, you know, with smeared lipstick and smeared eye makeup from like 1998. Which was a great look for her back then, but isn't such a great look for me now. It's because my skin is still kind of oily, and, you know, it's just, my makeup just runs. Now, I am going to apply this liner. This is the No Smudge Retractable Eyeliner. We'll see if it's really no smudge. I've heard very good things about this. First time I'm using it. I'm just doing the top lid and fanning out. And winging out or fanning out. And I always do my liner, my water line on my left eye, because my left eye drags a little bit from an accident from many years ago. Okay, I'm just gonna, with my E.L.F eyeliner brush, just gonna go in and, yeah, E.L.F brushes are bomb, man. They're just the best. Well, you can pay really high prices for makeup brushes, but with the E.L.F brushes, you don't have to, and they're good brushes, quality brushes at a great price. So, you know, as I said, if I was doing my makeup, if I was doing makeup on somebody else, this would look a lot better, which is, it's not great with it on myself, but that's it. But honestly, guys, E.L.F, one of the best makeup brands out there, eyes, lips, face. You got your concealer. It is very comparable to Tarte Tape. Primer, as good as any of them out there. The contour, I have to say, I may go with a different color next time, maybe a shade lighter, but just goes on beautifully and velvety and smooth. The brow pencil, great color. It seems like a good color match. And of course, brushes, amazing. The sparkling lip gloss, love it. Sparkling Rose and the BB cream, 20 SPF, perfect color for me, and goes on really nicely and really, you know, just smooth and gives you the coverage you need. And then lastly, the Big Mood E.L.F mascara, bold, full, long lashes, beautiful. All this stuff is top notch, and to be honest, it was less than 40 bucks for everything. That's like amazing. I just dropped the lip gloss on the floor. So I love this stuff. Thank you, E.L.F. Eyes, Lips, Face. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're looking for a new summer makeup kit to carry you through the next 3-4 months of summer, and you're on a budget and you want good quality stuff, check out E.L.F. at elfcosmetics.com. Any retail store like Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Walmart, they all carry it, and of course on Amazon. So I'll link everything below. Thank you for watching. I don't have any tips to leave you with. You know, just last week, a couple weeks ago, I think I mentioned that I lost my little dog pal. He passed away at almost 16 years old. Heart-wrenching. He was just my best little guy, best little dog, only little dog I've ever had, and I just love him dearly. And now recently we found out that our big dog, my Pit Lab mix, has cancer, and we're just kind of trying to spend, you know, rest of days with him, the best of days, rest of days. And both my dogs were rescues. All the dogs I've ever had, except for one, was a rescue. And if you don't have a dog or cat right now, and you're really looking for a true love best friend, adopt, don't shop. I can't even express in words how much joy my pets bring me on the daily. And not only the pets that I have currently, but the pets I've had in the past that were rescues. You know, they really rescue us in so many senses. It's just incredible in so many ways. We rescue them, but they rescue us. So adopt, don't shop. And until next time, thank you for watching my video. Here's my kisser with the makeup on from Eyes, Lips, Face. Win-win. Great deal, great makeup. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.